Hello, my dear students of class 11. Once again, I welcome you all in a video lecture on the series of fundamental right. In previous video, we will studied about right to equality. Today, I will talk about right to freedom. As we know that right to freedom is a cluster of rights. Article 19 to 22 of Indian Constitution provide us right to freedom. Right to freedom have many sections. Under this right, we are having right to speech and expression. Every citizen of India enjoy right to freedom of speech and expression of the view, ideas freely, either orally or in the written form or in the cartoon, press release or any way. And you can see that right to freedom is the most essential for a democratic countries, because why the express our democracy needs people's attention, and it needs that we should express ourselves in favor or against the government, as well as we should be very vigilant about our own rights and everything. That's why rights to freedom is a very important right when we are talking about right to freedom. Then under right to freedom, we are having a freedom to form association and unions. Citizen of India enjoy the freedom to form unions or association to safeguard the interest of social justice and equal opportunity. Then the Indian citizen have rights to assemble peacefully, to express themselves. It should be very peaceful. One should have no arms with them, and the peaceful assembling is allowed by our presidents. Then the citizen of India are free to reside in any parts of India. Till last year, when we have Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir, in those days the people of rest part of India were restricted to take home or resides in Jammu and Kashmir. They can live there only for the work or any other purpose. But now every citizen of India is free to reside in any parts of India. Then we are also freedom to move freely within the territory of India. Citizens of India are free to freely move. They can freely move within the territory of India. There is no restriction. There should be no restriction imposed in the interest of public order. So, and we are also having freedom to practice our any profession or any occupation. Then we can see that Article 21 gives us right to life and liberty, and under Article 20 we are having freedom to free and compulsory education. And now these days right to privacy is also a part of right to freedom. So we can see that right to education, right to privacy, these are became the part of right to freedom later on. So as per the need of society increase, many more things can be included in as our fundamental rights. Then if right of the accused and convicts, it is very important part of the right to freedom. When we are talking about right to freedom, it is very important that because the accused persons are also having their rights. So any person who is arrested, the person has right to defend himself or herself by his own lawyers. and that arrested person, it is very mandatory to police to take that person of the nearest magistrate within the 24 hours. The magistrate who is not the part of police, whether the arrest is justified or not, so magistrate will decide that this arrest warrant arresting of this so and so person is right or wrong. So then we can see that the Supreme Court has ruled out that the right also include right to live with human dignity, so free from exploitation. The court has also held the right to shelter and livelihood. The right to livelihood also became the part of right to life and liberty. Supreme Court told that right to life is meaningless if a person is not having right to livelihood. So right to livelihood is definitely a part of right to life and liberty. So we can say here that but we can see that sometimes the accused person or some person are arrested on the apprehension or on the basis of suspicion if the matter is related to national security and peace, so the person can be arrested. And but this preventive detention is only a precautionary measure that it cannot disturb the security of nation. That's why this preventive detention became the part of India, and it is also needed, as we know that the country needs to protect it with any suspicious attack or suspicious conspiracy of the other's nation, because we know that a country is not having danger from inside. Country faced many danger from its neighboring parts. So it is that's why the preventive detention become an effective tool of the server tool to protect the country. Here I want to say that due to preventive detention, many anti-social elements or the terrorists, their action can be curbed or measures. So this is very important. But here I want to tell you that sometimes the government or the system can also take advantage of these preventive detention. So it is a general view also that this preventive detention can be misused against people for reason other than which are really justified, but it not happens every time. So there is a clear in fact there is a clear intention between right to life and personal liberty and the provisions for the preventive detention. Here I want to mention that when we are talking about right to freedom, I want to make it you clear that right to freedom is not an absolute right. Even the first video I also told that the fundamental right is not absolute, or any right cannot be absolute. It should be controlled. So right to freedom of speech and expression is also a subject of restrictions such as public order, peace, and many times you can heard about that so and so writers are they are from outside, living outside from their country because they have some problem with their government due to their freedom of expression. So that's why such type of action should take place. Then why our freedom of speech and expression is under restriction? So here I want to say that the right to freedom of expression should be, or every right should be under control. Why? Because if we are right to freedom of speech and expression, it doesn't mean that we can take others rights and we can abuse anyone, or we can write anything which is danger for the peace and security of the country. In those circumstances there are restrictions. One more thing under the right to freedom is right of an accused person. What are the rights of the accused person? Here I want to mention that accused person is not a criminal or a victim. There is difference between the accused and a criminal. चार्ज सीटेड और एक्यूज होने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो आदमी किसी भी तरह का अपराधी है, वो विक्टिम है। तो ठीक है, उसको एक शक के आधार पे उसको दिया गया है। विक्टिम वो तब होगा जब अदालत उसके खिलाफ निर्णय सुनाएगी। तो इस तरह के राइट्स पर्सन के भी कुछ राइट्स होते हैं। तो एक तो है कि अ पर्सन कैन नॉट बी पनिश्ड फॉर द सेम ऑफेंस मोर देन वन टाइम। एक गुनाह के लिए बार बार सज़ा नहीं दी जा सकती। नो लॉ शैल बी डिक्लेयर एनी एक्शन एज लीगल इलीगल फ्रॉम अ बैक डेट। मतलब किसी भी लॉ को उसके पुराने अप्रीहेंशन के आधार पे उसको इलीगल नहीं ठहराया जा सकता। साथ ही साथ अ पर्सन कैन नॉट बी फोर्स्ड टू गिव एविडेंस अगेंस्ट हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ। मतलब किसी भी आदमी को अपने खिलाफ जजमेंट देने के लिए परेशान नहीं किया जा सकता, उस पर ज़ोर ज़बरदस्ती नहीं की जा सकती, जैसे अभी हम लोग लाई डिटेक्टर टेस्ट और बहुत सारी तरह का। तो ये सब एक अंतिम हथियार होता है जबकि जो एक्यूज़ पर्सन किसी बहुत बड़े चार्ज वगैरह में लिप्त होता है। अदरवाइज इन नॉर्मल प्रोसीजर दीज थिंग्स आर रिस्ट्रिक्टेड अंडर आवर constitution. So these all the parts of right to freedom. Then in the next day we will read about right against exploitation, and as rights of against exploitation is a short topic, so I can discuss about two rights together. Thank you.